My name is Molly Kellgren, Health Science Education Product Manager here at RealityWorks. Today, we will be completing a demonstration of our award-winning ECG simulator. Our ECG simulator comes with the following components: the simulator itself, color-coded electrode wire sets for 3, 4, 5, and 12 lead applications, a supply of electrodes, a tablet with a preloaded app and a tablet protector, 20 student workbooks, an ECG flashcard set, and a storage case that holds all of your components in one place. It also comes with a 1-year limited warranty and an online curriculum that is composed of 3 lessons with a minimum of 2 to 3 teaching hours. There are 2 main complementary functions of the ECG simulator. First is to assist students in correct electrode lead placement on the body in 4 different configurations: 3 lead, 4 lead, 5 lead, and 12 lead. The students are able to palpate anatomical landmarks such as ribs and intercostal spaces on the simulator to identify the proper lead placement for that particular configuration. The other function is to provide students the opportunity to use the tablet and flashcards and workbooks to learn and identify commonly occurring cardiac rhythms. For the purposes of our demonstration today, our simulator is upright for visibility, but in your classroom, we really recommended that you use it on a flat surface. We have already placed our batteries in the battery house, so we're going to go ahead and switch our simulator on using the power button on the lower right. We're also going to switch on our tablet. Also included is a cable that connects the tablet to the simulator itself. So now we're going to use that cable to attach the tablet to the simulator. So you simply swipe up to begin and tap the ECG. The first thing you'll see here is the option to choose a mode. The simulator has both practice and assessment modes, so you can use the simulator during formative learning and also as a summative assessment for your students. Let's go into practice mode first. The next screen asks us to choose which lead configuration we'd like. Let's choose the 3 lead for practice. As you can see, the correct placement for this configuration is shown on the screen. We will choose the corresponding set of electrode wires for the 3 lead. And we will plug it into the simulator. So we have our electrodes plugged in, so now we just need to place our actual electrodes using our anatomical landmarks that we can feel. And we take our electrode wires and attach them appropriately. So each electrode wire has color coding and initials to indicate correct placement. This is exactly like what they will experience in professional practice. So LL is left lower, left leg, and we can attach that here. You will notice that once I've placed an electrode correctly, the indicator light turns green on our tablet so the students can follow along and make sure that they are attaching their electrodes appropriately. We can continue and attach our remaining electrodes. Now that our electrodes and electrode wires are placed for our 3 lead, we can see on the board that our light is turned green, indicating that all of the electrodes are placed appropriately. We can also see this on our tablet with all 3 indicator lights green. Once your leads are correctly placed, you can either choose between sequence or random on the bottom. This just means that with the rhythms that are programmed into the app, you can either choose to display them in a sequential order in the way that they've been programmed, or you can randomize. So let's hit sequential. Once the leads are correctly placed, the students will see a list of rhythms along the left-hand side of the tablet. Simply tap on the rhythm you'd like to display, and it shows up on the right side of the screen. or use the previous or next buttons to toggle between rhythms. Choose the description button to get a verbal description of the hallmarks of that particular rhythm. Click the back arrow at the top to return to the beginning menu. Each type of lead placement works in exactly the same manner. The visual representation of the 3, 4, and 5 lead tracings are identical to one another. If the 12 lead option is chosen, the screen displays the entire 12 lead tracing. Now let's talk about assessment mode. First tap ECG to access the app, then tap on the RealityWorks logo to access the admin menu. You're presented with a list of the available rhythms for testing your students on the right-hand side. They are separated into 2 groups. You'll see all the rhythms listed first, and then you'll see the entire list of rhythms repeated with a ×12 after it. The first set of rhythms is used for 3, 4, and 5 lead placement, and then the last set is for the 12 lead placement. The list on the right shows all the rhythms that will be available in the assessment mode. You can delete any rhythm off the list by swiping on the rhythm and hitting delete. To restore all the rhythms to the list, tap Reset to Factory Default. Once you're happy with your list, you can tap the X and move on to the assessment portion of your tablet. The students are presented with a rhythm, which they would identify and record on a piece of paper, and then tap Next to move on to the next rhythm. The included curriculum is composed of teacher presentation slides, student activities, and pre- and post-assessments, along with the corresponding workbook and flashcards. All totaled, it comes to 2 to 3 teaching hours of material. There are 5 lessons included in the curriculum, including topics such as lead placement and obtaining rhythm strips, rhythm interpretation, and more specific learning about atrial and ventricular dysrhythmias and heart block arrhythmias. You can also use the tablet as a standalone teaching aid when focusing on rhythm identification. Simply disconnect from the simulator and use as a visual aid with students. There are 2 types of flashcards. One type shows the name of the rhythm with the visual of the tracing on the flip side. The other type shows the name of the rhythm, and on the flip side is a verbal description of that rhythm. The simulator and the corresponding curriculum address domains 2 and 3 of the Certified ECG Technician exam. This concludes our demonstration of the RealityWorks ECG simulator.